Rajya Sabha Shri Harvansh ji, Honorable Speaker Assembly Andhra Pradesh Shri Ayyana Pathrudu garu, Deputy Speaker Legislative Assembly Andhra Pradesh Shri Raghuram Krishnamraj garu, Deputy Chairperson AP Legislative Council Zakia garu, Gauru Charita garu, and all the chairpersons of the Committee on Women Empowerment, MPs, MLAs, Secretary Generals of Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha and Andhra Pradesh Legislative Assembly, ladies and gentlemen. Now we have come to the close of the conference of the chairpersons of the Committee of Empowerment of Women of Parliament and State Union Territory Legislatures. I deeply appreciate each one of you for your active participation and meaningful contributions. During the last few hours, we have interacted, shared our ideas, and have also had the benefit of focused presentations and speeches. This conference has indeed been a great success, and I'm sure the deliberations that we have had would be of great help in our efforts to address the different challenges that we are facing today as legislators and representatives in public life. The overall theme of the conference, that is Women-Led Development for Viksit Bharat, was very relevant and appropriate. If we look around, we can see that there is a fundamental shift in the national mindset. It is no longer women's participation, it is about women-led development. The mission of Viksit Bharat 2047 will be realized with women at the forefront. Over the course of this conference, we have shared valuable insights, policy experiences, success stories, and constructive strategies, all centered around one powerful belief that development of India cannot happen without women leading it. And as we gather here today, at the culmination of this remarkable historic initiative, it is not just a moment of conclusion, it is a moment of creative or collective commitment with a renewed purpose. The uniqueness of this conference lies in the powerful convergence of leadership from both Parliament and state UT legislators, all of the members of the parliamentary panel members from state UT legislative assemblies who are united by a shared responsibilities, that is to ensure that women's voices are not only heard but are instrumental in shaping the future of India. This conference carries a special significance. It is a reflection of the prevailing and growing reality. During the plenary discussions of the conference, we discussed two sub-themes. They were gender responsive budgeting and empowering women to face the challenges of emerging technologies. It was an educative experience for all of us to have exchanged views on these themes. Friends, the Committee on the Empowerment of Women are not just the constitution of an apex body for women. Let us remember that we are the custodians of change. We play a pivotal role in scrutinizing policies, examining implementation, protecting rights, and ensuring justice and equity for the women of our country. The mandate of the committee is to review and monitor the measures taken by the governments in direction of securing for women equality, status, and dignity in all spheres. The functions of the committee include considering the reports submitted by the National Commission for Women and to report the measures taken by the Union Government for improving status conditions of women. And in today's context, our role becomes even more critical as we move from the phase of women's empowerment to the next milestone, and that is women-led development. Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji's vision of a Viksit Bharat by 2047 outlines an India that is prosperous, inclusive, resilient, and globally competitive. In this vision, Nari Shakti is not on the sidelines. She is in front, she is in the center, leading India's growth journey in every sector, be it education, health, economy, governance, or innovation. This marks a paradigm shift. Indian women are no longer passive participants but strategic leaders across diverse fields like space, civil services, and innovation. From Chandrayaan 3's Kalpana Chawla to Aditya Nigar Shaji, women have led India's space glory. No longer is development being done for women, it is being done by women and, more importantly, led by women. From village level entrepreneurs to CEOs of global firms, from ASHA workers to IAS officers, from local panchayat members to members of parliament, women are increasingly at the helm of change. It is this leadership we must now institutionalize, nurture, and scale. It is astonishing to note that women's participation in formal workforce is rising significantly, with 1.56 crore women joining self-employment. Self-employment itself has grown by 30% in recent years, reflecting increasing economic independence. The government's focus has shifted from women's development to women-led development, supported by 70 centrally sponsored schemes and 400 schemes supported by the states in promoting women entrepreneurship. Gender budgets have surged by 429% over the last decade. Programs like Startup India, Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana, the Pradhan Mantri Swanidhi have empowered women entrepreneurs and street vendors, while women-led MSMEs have doubled and generated millions of jobs. Women now play a crucial role in India's economic expansion, with the government committed to fostering an inclusive environment that empowers Nari Shakti through education, skills, and equal opportunities, driving India towards a developed nation. This shift towards women-led development reflects a broader, more collaborative and empathetic approach to leadership focused on long-term growth. I wish to place on record my sincere thanks to Sudha Murthy ji, Mahima ji, the member of the Parliamentary Committee on Empowerment of Women, Ms. Lokam Nagamadhavi ji, Srimati Grishma Kavali, and members of the Women Empowerment Committee of Andhra Pradesh Legislative Assembly for presiding over the thematic sessions and smooth conduction and deliberations. Also, I would like to thank all the chairpersons and members of the legislative committees for their enthusiastic participation and for sharing best practices, challenges, and the way forward to overcome the challenges. Based on the enriching discussions we've had during the two thematic sessions of the conference, our collective leadership can and must chart the pathway forward to transform every policy into an opportunity for women to lead by strengthening monitoring mechanisms. We must ensure the effective implementation of key government schemes focused on women's welfare and empowerment. Mainstreaming gender in all legislations as conducting gender impact assessment of all laws and rules. As we conclude this conference, I urge each one of us to return to our respective states and union territories, not just with reports and proceedings, but with a renewed sense of mission. Let us convert this learning, every learning here into a legislative initiative, a community program, a monitoring intervention, or a policy recommendation. Let this not be a one-time dialogue, but the beginning of a networked movement where we all work in synergy, learning from each other's experiences, amplifying each other's efforts. This conference is a beginning only. I request all of us to hold this type of dialogue at district level, mandal level, in our respective constituencies to keep the momentum on. To have a realistic implementation and greater impact, let us also hold two levels of dialogue with people's representatives, that is the Jan Pratinidhi, including the grassroots representatives and the self-help groups. I would also request the MLAs who have come all the way to participate in this historic conference to initiate action for the formation of women-led related committees in their respective states, so that all states and UTs will have women empowerment committees to give impetus to women-related issues. Together, let us build a Bharat where every girl child dreams big, every young woman is raised with courage, and every citizen respects and supports her leadership in homes, in workplaces, and in the nation. As the Honorable Prime Minister rightly said, "Ye Amrit Kal Nari Shakti ka Kal hai." Let us ensure that this spirit becomes the defining force of our journey towards a just, equitable, and developed India, or a Viksit Bharat. Let us always remember that women-led development isn't just a policy. It is a powerful movement shaping the India of tomorrow, an India where women are at the forefront, not just as beneficiaries of progress, but as the very architects of it. As we come to the conclusion of this memorable conference, I would once again like to extend my greetings to all the delegates whose participation and deliberations here have enriched us all. It is a matter of great satisfaction to note that this conference has been made a success with all your participation. I'm thankful for sparing your valuable time and valuable inputs as well. I take this opportunity to thank the Honorable Speaker of the Lok Sabha, Shri Om Birla Ji. The initiative to hold a historical national conference of this magnitude was his inspiration. Honorable Speaker's guidance and encouragement at every stage has made this conference a big success. I also take this opportunity to express my sincere gratitude to the Honorable Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, Shri Nara Chandrababu Naidu Garu, Honorable Speaker of Andhra Pradesh Legislative Assembly, Shri Ayyana Pathrudu Garu, the Deputy Speaker, Shri Raghuram Krishnam Raju Garu, the various departments of the Andhra Pradesh government and other agencies who wholeheartedly extended their cooperation in making this conference a grand success, and for extending a warm welcome to all the delegates. I am also thankful to the Secretary Generals of the Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, and the State Assembly as well. The State Secretary General Shri Prasanna Kumar Garu and his dedicated team of officers and staff, as well as the dedicated team and staff from Lok Sabha and my own committee, who have all contributed to the success of this conference. I would only end by a small shloka which says, "Chaduvan nerturu purushul valane, shastrambul patimpinchucho, adamun nerturu shatru senala, dhanur vyaparamul nerpucho, muditotsahamutoda nela galeri yurvim bratistinchucho, muditul nervagarani vidya galade muddara nerpinchinan." There is nothing that a woman can never achieve and do. She needs to believe in herself, needs to improve her own self-confidence, and once she steps forward, she can always be the leader of the nation's development. Thank you.